You were there in the
Yeah,
beginning with all the other guys, and there was
yeah.
about
That
5 or 6 of you at the time.
There was a few. There was a few. I was not the very first. I think it was somebody else. I don't even remember who. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. I wanted to comment on a YouTube video in early 2006, and it said you need to sign up for an account to leave a comment. Oh, okay. So I made an account, never intending to make video. I mean, that was the last thing on my mind. I figured I would drive until I couldn't drive anymore. So,
Right.
I this was not long after I got married, and my wife had a little snapshot camera that would take 3-minute standard definition clips,
Yeah.
and I velcroed it to the dash like the original dash cam, and I would drive into these different lumber yards I would go to, and these different lumber yards, they were interesting to pull a 53 into, and I recorded them, and they were nothing special, and I uploaded them basically so my family could see what I do, because I could tell them all day long. Why not show them too? And then other people outside of my group, were like, "Hey, that's cool. Do another one." Okay. And the ones that like really took off, because I upgraded to a DVD, mini DVD camcorder, and and that was standard definition also. And I started, with a cheap tripod and bungee strapping it down between the seats, capturing whatever's going down the road, or pull into the pilot truck stop in Sulphur Springs. That seems to be a place I would go to often. And the way
Yeah.
that place is laid out, I
Yeah.
think it's at the 122, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Exactly. It's
Um,
horrendous. It still is the same
yeah,
way. It's still horrendous.
oh, I'll bet. The in and the out. If you got some flatbed or whoever is trying to back in and can't get in the hole, and they're blocking up all the works, it can be a hot mess, and people get angry and agitated on the CB, and that was always
Hold
fun to
everybody up.
capture that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was fun to capture that once you were parked and done for the day. That was, I don't know. They got a
Exactly.
lot of views.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a Love's right across the street from there now. So kind of even now the Loves, you have to get in there at an early hour or you're not going to get a spot. So
Yeah, I would
kind
I
of
would
alleviated
imagine
the
so.
yeah good old Sulphur Springs. So you
Yeah,
went from
yes,
trucking and videoing, and you kind of stepped up the game a little bit. Started venturing
yeah,
off into professional video making,
yeah.
right?
That was one of those things that it was 2012. No, it was actually 2010 or 11 that I got my first GoPro, and it was the original GoPro Hero. Which
Yeah,
you look at it now, and it's pretty archaic. It's like, it still works. It still does what you need it to do, but not with the clarity that you can get nowadays
right.
with current devices. But at that time, I was running LTL locally, so I would. Mount it on the mirror bracket and kind of try to get some interesting shots. Although the company I worked for would have been really upset if I put stuff on YouTube, so I couldn't really do much with that. That was kind
Yeah,
of
I
annoying, but
remember that. Yeah,
yeah. So I
they
had
used to
that
have
in
it keep a
2012.
used to keep a piece of paper in in your work shirt pocket to cover up the company name. I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
remember
no, that's okay. It
that.
was. I'll say it now. It doesn't matter. It was Central Freight Lines, Waco, Texas-based Central Freight Lines that I ran for, and then 2012 got a Canon T2i camera. It's a DSLR digital camera that can actually make a lot more cinematic looking stuff. Yeah, you got what's called the depth of field, where the background's kind of blurred out because if you use a camcorder, it doesn't really. Everything's pretty much in focus. So if you can get that kind of cinematic effect on, um, with a larger camera with a larger sensor on it, it's more appealing looking. So it really started to take a hold of me. Running bigger, better cameras, and just wanting to get better. It started to take over, and there was less trucking and more playing with cameras, and then
Right.
people started paying me, and it, I will tell you this, to this very single day right now, If I hop back behind the wheel of a truck, I'd make more money. But I'm still able to do what I enjoy, and with the help of my family and my wife and everything, I'm still able to go out and do what I do with cameras. So, we're getting there. I still have a CDL in my pocket. I got a freshly renewed medical card for another 2 years. So, if everything absolutely falls apart, then I've got something to fall back on.
Yeah. Good deal.